Hi everyone. So my name is Maylene, and I'm pretty new to YouTube. Well, I am new to YouTube, obviously. But I am a mother of two, and my husband's a fireman, and he spends about half the week at work. So about half the week, I'm a single mom. I get, occasional help from family, but I mean, from the moment I wake up till the moment I go to bed, I am responsible, with my husband being at work, for my children 24/7. So, it can get frustrating. Anyone that is a parent, knows what I'm talking about. So, I kind of wanted to start a channel for parents, moms, dads, even relatives that, help take care of their, um, relatives' kids full time, or maybe even part-time, just to kind of come and vent and talk about your frustrations, or even, um, give each other tips and tricks and, encouragement, things like that. So I wanted to start off my channel with a little story. It's been an ongoing issue, but has anyone else's kids played in their poop? I know. My daughter just started doing this. It was never an issue with my son. My son is going to be 5 in October. My daughter is going to be 2 in 2 weeks. My son, let's just start off with this. My son was the easiest baby ever. He was an angel, and he's still a really easy kid. He's got a couple of developmental issues. He's slow on the social end. So we've just recently got him in preschool to help catch him up before he goes into kindergarten. But he's always been really easy, very easygoing. It's not hard to please him. He's just a really easy kid, really cool kid. And my daughter, from the get-go, from the moment she was born, she's always just been very dramatic. Little Miss Diva. She really... she gets upset easily, especially when she doesn't get her own way, but she's always been very curious about everything and wants to get into everything. So a couple days ago, I went to go get her up from her nap, and I walked in, and immediately I smelled poop. I went, uh-oh, she pooped, while she was sleeping, which isn't an issue, until I saw her. It was everywhere. Poop was everywhere. It was on her hands. It was on her clothes. It was on her bed. I just refinished this dresser that we had put in her room. It was all over her dresser. I was mortified because she's never done that before. So I got her cleaned up. I tried not to make a big deal about it because, they don't really know any better. They're kind of learning and exploring, and even things that come out of them, it's, they're curious. They want to check it out and see what it is. So we got her cleaned up, got her room cleaned up. Wasn't a big deal. The same day, probably 2-3 hours later, she was sitting at the dinner table. She just finished eating dinner, and she's a messy eater to begin with, but she's never kept bibs on. We've trashed many shirts trying to keep a bib on her. She just won't. She doesn't like it on her. So at dinner time or meal time, if we're at home, I'll just take her shirt off. That way she doesn't get food everywhere. And she had a pair of shorts on. Well, she had pooped again and had stuck her little finger like inside her diaper and was like finger painting on her stomach. It took 10 seconds for it to happen. I mean, it was ridiculous. My cousin and her son were here visiting. They had dinner. They had just left, so from the time it took me to walk them to the door, say a quick goodbye, shut the door, lock it, turn around, she'd already finger painted all over herself. I had to give her a second bath because I had given her a bath earlier from the first poop incident. So, we've been keeping long pajamas and things like that on her, because she did it again a couple of days later. During nap time, she had a long pair of pants on, which I've been keeping pants on her in general. That way she couldn't dig underneath her shorts. she had stuck her hands in the back part of her pants and was playing in it again at nap time again. So I had to clean up her bed again. I had to scrub her off, and this time she had tried putting it in her mouth. I mean, she had poop. Oh God, it was so gross. She had poop on her face and underneath her fingernails. You know, so I was very stern with her. I told her, no, you know, that's not okay. We don't play in our poo-poo. You know, I tried not to get angry at her and shame her because, you know, I mean, with everyone, especially if they're curious, I mean, it's going to take a couple of times. I don't expect her to grasp the concept of not playing in your poop the first time it happens or even the second time. This was the third time it had happened. So I had to clean her off again, give her another bath, clean the poop out from underneath her finger. It was disgusting. It was on her bed this time. Luckily, it wasn't anywhere else. So cut to yesterday, my cousin was over again. They were leaving. I went into the kitchen to clean up a couple of things. My son and daughter were in the living room. I was in the kitchen. It was, 10 steps away. I went to finish cleaning up dinner, so I was in the kitchen for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Came back out. She was sitting on the ground. Of course, lapse of judgment, had her in shorts. She was sitting, playing with it again. It was on the rug. I had to clean poop up off the rug. I had to give her a shower. She had tried eating it again. I don't know what to do at this point. I've read a lot of things online about, parents talking about how their kids have done this and how it's normal for this poop stage. And I would like to hear everyone else's input on it because I don't want her to start eating it and getting sick. I mean, she hasn't gotten sick yet, but I mean, it's kind of a gross habit. I don't know how to break her of it. She's very stubborn. She's very independent. She does what she wants a lot of the time, even if you tell her no. I put her in multiple timeouts during the day just for things unrelated to her digging in her diaper. But if anyone could give me suggestions or feedback or maybe share their own experiences, I'd like to hear thoughts. Tell me about your kid's poop. Let's start this channel off the right way. Let's make it interesting, and hopefully I can get some good feedback, and I'll let you guys know hopefully down the road if we've broken her of it and what we did to break her of this nasty habit. But anyway, I'd like to hear your thoughts. So I guess if you want to leave your comments below or even links to information that you've used or resources that you've used to break your kids of this, because I'm kind of at a loss. So talk to you guys soon.